Hey my friends, so we are starting some Ayurveda cooking, and today I am going to be showing you cauliflower with potatoes. So in Ayurveda you can use some milk products too, which is ghee, but I'm going to show you primarily without any oil and mostly using water. So here's water. I'm going to turn this on. And so it's about 1.5 cups of water. Start off with that. In that I'm going to add cumin seeds, right? And then I will add some coriander seeds and some dried red chilies. So I wanted to read out a little bit about what is cumin and what is coriander and why are they so important. They're used in Ayurveda a lot, and another thing they use a lot in Ayurveda is the curry leaves. So I'm using this book on Ayurvedic cooking. It talks a lot about all the ingredients. So cumins have been used since ancient times as a spice for their distinctive flavor and aroma. It is slightly bitter in taste, and it's very useful in digestive disorders. So they also make a cumin coriander fennel tea for digestive disorders. So in Ayurveda, cumin seed water is given after intake of meals, which enhances digestion and is antiseptic. So even if you have some infections, that's a good one. And the next ingredient is the coriander seeds. What's so great about coriander seeds? They possess ample nutritional as well as medicinal properties and are one of the most commonly used seeds. They are used for many medicinal purposes. The seeds can be soaked in water, strained, and then used for washing your eyes because it cools the eyes and removes fatigue. So give it a try. So now the water is heating up. I'm just going to add my coriander, my cumin, and also my dried red chili. Later on I will read up on dried red chili. Now I'm going to use onions, and these are fresh onions from the farm. You can use the dried ones too, and I've just sliced up one onion, so all of that will go in to the cooking water. All of it goes together, so don't have to wait. That's the good part. Now most people have trouble digesting cauliflower. That's why we use ginger. So I'm going to slice ginger. I never peel my ginger. I don't see a good reason to. You can wash it if you want, but I'm going to make very small thin slices of ginger, and while it's cooking it'll all kind of dissolve and it wouldn't taste woody or anything in it, right? And we know the properties of ginger. They're really good for digestion, and even like just good for blood circulation, and even for acid reflux. So if you could just chew a piece of ginger, it's going to be a little sharp, but if you're really having a bout of acid reflux, you could. So I'm just going to put this in that boiling water. It goes right in there. So my cooking is going to be really simple. I've told many times I was never born or raised as a cook, and I'm going to add some green chilies. You can add them whole, so it's easy to take out of the dish. Don't add them at all if you don't want, but they're really digestive too, and they have antiseptic properties. They have lots of vitamin C, so why not? In the meantime, I'm going to now where's my big knife? I'm going to just get the florets out, as you can see. So I like to get fresh cauliflower, and it has its own benefits. I try to go to a local farmer and get it from them instead of the big box stores, because one, you don't know what the labels are really, what's behind the label, because the label keeps looking the same. However, the laws behind the labels keep changing, because it's all under government control. So I like to check out what my farmer is doing in the farm rather than depend on the label. It's your choice if you feel that you're okay with, but again, you know, all the pesticides being sprayed, and like I read the other day that all of these labelings really are, no one's checking on the farmer, right? You know, when the label is applied. So the farmer literally has to self-certify and pay the licensing fees of whatever, $1,000, $1,500, and say, yeah, my farm has not been sprayed, or I have adhered to these laws. Or even sometimes, you know, they allow now the organic label products to be fumigated after they are harvested, which doesn't really make sense, because we want to get them sprayed and keep thinking that they're organic and they're not sprayed. So I prefer that I can go and check whenever I want. I can just go to the farm and see what he's doing, and build a rapport and trust with the farmer. So right now, basically, this is what is going to happen. I'll just put some salt in it as well, and I don't measure that much, so whatever is your salt tolerance. Again, with the salt, I have shared in the past, it's sea salt, but you have to see it doesn't have any anti-caking agents or potassium iodide. So I get this, you can see it's all sticky because it's just salt from the sea without any preservatives in it. And I will put some turmeric in it. You can put some fresh turmeric root if you have access to that, which is great. I get it sometimes and sometimes I don't. So I get this one from Organic India. Yes, and the other ingredient is my curry leaves. Now if you can get fresh curry leaves, that's great, but I don't usually get fresh curry leaves, so I've dehydrated mine and I'm just going to add them. They actually give a lot of aroma if you get them fresh, but with this you still get some of the medicinal properties. I'm going to read up the properties of ginger for you. Okay, so ginger is hot and pungent. It's stimulating to both digestion and circulation. It's excellent for cold and cough. As the case with most spices, ginger also has aphrodisiac properties. It is widely used as a local medicine and is high in vitamin C. So that's with ginger. With green chili, it has disease-preventing and health-promoting properties. Green chili is the staple food of Indian cuisine. Rich in vitamin C, vitamin A, and flavonoids, green chili also contains minerals like potassium, manganese, iron, and magnesium. So that's the scoop on some of the ingredients that I'm using. Now I'm going to just stir it up a little bit, and I'll show this to you so you can, oops, here, so you can see what's going on here. Just kind of stirring it up. Okay, so just make sure all the florets are coated with turmeric. I'm sure everybody knows the benefits of turmeric by now. So yeah, another piece of caution is not to fall for supplements that are isolation of the compound curcumin, which they have identified is the medicinal compound in turmeric. as if to say that the rest of the plant is useless and it was just acting on its own. So that's another point to remember, is that plants are medicinal because they are whole plants. If you take out one ingredient from it, it's not going to be as medicinal as it was in the whole package. It's like my hand is really good when it's attached to my body, but you say, oh, you work with your hands, I'm just going to take your hands out. It doesn't work. So it has coenzymes and cofactors and things that bring out the medicinal properties. So another thing that is going to be added to this is garlic. Now, the thing with garlic is that it has a very beneficial compound in it called allicin, but it has to be activated with oxidation. So just putting it or frying it right away is not going to give you the benefits of allicin. It has to be chopped up and left to air for about 15 minutes before it develops that compound. Interesting, right? So while that is cooking, and I'm going to cover it up so the water doesn't dry up too much. And while that is happening, I am simply peeling this garlic, and I'll chop it up and leave it like that. Yeah, so sometimes peeling garlic can be a chore. And another little pointer on garlic is that in Canada we get a lot of garlic that's peeled, but it's coming from China, and sometimes you just don't know what kind of soil it was grown in, because they have a lot of irradiated soil over there. So let me see if you can see this, my peeling of the garlic. No rocket science here, but yeah, I'm just gonna it's not even peeling now, I've done the peeling, and I'm just making slices of it, and I'm going to chop it up into little chunks so it can get oxidated. And the allicin compound is it is very antiseptic, so really good if you have any viral infections, bacterial, parasites, and then it's really good for the heart. So they sell it in capsules, no good, but it's really expensive what they're selling in capsules. So why not just get garlic from a farmer? And there, that's my garlic. And in the meantime, I'm going to take one of the well, maybe all of these leaves from my onions, and I'll wash them once again, and then I'll just add it to this cauliflower. There. So all of these will go in there. And let's put the garlic to the side. I'm a little bit of a messy cook, but I try to do it in a way that it's efficient and I'm not spending too much time in the kitchen. So all my cleaning and cooking, everything keeps happening all at once. And everyone has to find their own way to make things simpler and happy. So while you're cooking, You got to be in a happy mood, happy thoughts. That's also an ancient secret, because the food, we are all made of energy, right? And if you don't put good energy into whatever work you're doing, being a mother, being a worker, being a co-worker, so just doing the work without good energy is not good quality work. And the food really takes on our energy. So I am quite excited when I'm cooking, because I'm always being creative and I'm imagining the final product, and sharing it with my family of all my creativity, and then getting feedback from them. Does it taste good or not good? And thinking about all the different combinations, thinking about how this food is going to energize my family. So you can put anything in it, like you could even have put mint in it. Again, I'm just gonna stir it up, right? So it's all cooking. So the cauliflower is almost cooked. I don't want to make it very mushy. So the next item that I'm going to add to it is potatoes. I have boiled potatoes. So I have pre-boiled them there. And again, these are from the farm. So yeah, I didn't boil them too much, so they're not mushy, which is how I like it. And I keep the skin on, because the skin has a lot of good minerals, including vitamin C. So yeah, no point wasting my time taking the skin off. And the garlic will go at the very end. So right now it's airing and building its allicin. So you don't even need to cook the garlic, but some people like to cook it. So I know some people like to get a flavor of the garlic by frying it. So once it's all cooked, in a smaller pan, you could take a little bit of ghee and add a little bit of cumin and maybe some red chili, mustard seeds maybe, and then add 1 clove of garlic to it. And then once all of this is cooked, then you add that on top, just for flavor, but just a little bit, right? So that wouldn't be your entire garlic. Most of the garlic will go as kind of the last detail of this cooking. So there, just gonna add my potato to it. Here. Okay, I'm gonna bring the camera closer so you can see what I have done. Here's my potatoes. And you see the water is still there, so that much water was enough. So this is actually cooked. One last ingredient that I'm going to add, that I like to add if I have it from the farm. And can you guess? I mean, on its own, it's cooked. And generally that's where people stop. Some people add peas to it, and you could do that. I am not interested in adding peas today. And this is how I'm going to taste it. I like the taste. Okay, I really like it. So have you kind of guessed my last ingredient? Well, not garlic, but tomato. So that's also from the farm. And yeah, it'll give a nice tangy flavor to it and also make it a little watery. So let me cover it. And it's already smelling really good now. Okay, so all that turmeric and the cumin and green chilies, coriander, they brought out their flavor. It's really simple to bring flavor into cooking by adding these spices that are medicinal and curative, flavorful, tested by Ayurveda and ancient cooking methods for thousands of years. And really, keeping healthy is about prevention and just eating things from nature, putting in good energy into what you cook. So now my garlic has been sitting for a little bit of time here, and I could wait a little more if I want, or if you want. And I'm going to now add my tomatoes to this. Tomatoes. And I'm not adding any ghee or anything to it. But if I was, say, cooking for a gourmet meal, let's say, right? Then I might use the ghee business. But on a regular basis, everyday meals don't need to be gourmet. They're just simple ingredients that are easy to digest, so that when you do go for a feast, then you don't have an overloaded stomach. Okay? And let's see. Yeah. So in all of this preparation, now the last bit is my garlic. There goes on top, and when I cover it, then it'll all get assimilated. I will add a little bit more water to this and just leave it covered, and once it's all cooked, then on top of that I will add either parsley or cilantro leaves. So that'll give the flavor, and I will read out. So if you're wondering why ghee, then ghee is clarified butter and is commonly used in Indian cooking. It is the main ingredient in some of the Ayurvedic medicines as well, and it's also used for various treatments when combined with a variety of herbs, especially in cases of ulcer and constipation. So like turmeric needs ghee or some fatty thing to get absorbed. So if I do want to add ghee to it, then I'll add it on top. I won't cook it. That's the only thing left, and I hope you enjoy this, and let me know in the comments if you cooked it. What did you like? What did you not like? What did you change? And when you ate it, how did you feel? So remember, with cauliflower, you need to put ginger for sure, so that it gets digested and doesn't give you gas. Thanks for watching.